Pygmalion and Galatea. A gifted young sculptor of Cyprus named Pygmalion was a woman-hater. Detesting the faults beyond measure with which nature has given to women, he resolved never to marry. His art, he told himself, was enough for him. Nevertheless, his statue made and devoted all his genius to was that of a woman. Either he could not dismiss what he so disapproved of from his mind as easily as from his life, or else he was bent on forming perfect women and showing men the deficiencies of the kind they had to put up with. However that was, he labored long and devotedly on the statue, and produced a most exquisite work of art. But lovely as it was, he could not rest content. He kept on working at it daily under his skillful fingers. It grew more beautiful. No woman ever born, no statue ever made, could approach it. When nothing could be added to its perfections, a strange fate had befallen its creator. He had fallen in love, deeply, passionately in love, with the thing he had made. It must be stated explanation that the statue did not look like a statue. No one would have thought it was ivory or stone, but human flesh, motionless for a moment only. Such was the wondrous power of this disdainful young man. The supreme achievement of art was his, the art of concealing art. But from that time on, the sex he scorned had their revenge. No hopeless lover of a living maiden was ever so desperately unhappy as Pygmalion. He kissed those enchanting lips. They could not kiss him back. He caressed her hands, her face. They were cold and passive form. For that time, he tried to pretend, as children do with their toys. He would dress her in rich robes, trying the effect of one delicate or glowing color after another, and imagine she was pleased. He would bring her the gifts and the real maiden's love, little birds, gray flowers, and the tears of amber kittens sweet weep, and then dreamed that she thanked him with eager affection. He put her to bed at night and touched her in all soft and warm, as little girls do their dolls. But he was not a child. He could not keep on pretending. In the end, he gave up. He loved a lifeless thing, and he was utterly and hopelessly wretched. This singular passion did not long remain concealed from the goddess of passionate love. Venus was interested in something that seldom came her way, a new kind of lover, and she determined to help a young man who could be enamored and yet original. The feast day of Venus was, of course, especially honored in Cyprus, the island which first received the goddess after she rose from the foam. Snow-white heavers, whose horns had been guided, were offered in numbers to her. The heavenly odor of incense was spread through the island from her many altars. Crowds thronged her temples, not an unhappy lover, but was there with his gift. Praying that his love might turn kind, there too, of course, was Pygmalion. He dared to ask the goddess only that he might find a maiden like his statue, but Venus knew what he really wanted was a sign that she favored his prayer, the flame on the altar. He stood before, leaped up 3 times, blazing into the air. Verily, thoughtful of this good omen, Pygmalion sought him his house and his love, the thing he had created and given to his heart. There she stood on her pedestal, entrancingly beautiful. He caressed her and then he started back. It was self-deception, or she didn't really feel warm to his touch. He was her, she was his. He touched her arms, her shoulders. The hardness vanished. He kissed her and felt the lips go soft beneath his. It was like watching wax soften in the sun. He clasped her wrist. Blood was pulsing there. Venus, he thought, this is the goddess of love. The goddess is doing. And with unbearable gratitude and joy, he put his arms around his love and saw her smile into his and blush. Oh, Venus herself graced their marriage with her presence. But that happened after we do not know, except that Pygmalion named the maiden Galatea. And that their son, Paphos, gave his name to Venus's favorite city. Let's got to know. This is the goddess's doing. with the unutterable gladness and joy. He put his arms around his love and saw her smile.
And with unutterable gratitude and joy, he put his arm around his love and saw her smile into his eyes and blushed. Venus herself.
You can see the clock on the other side of the wall.
You can see up here too. And you can see it in here too.
This is... Move your hand.
Yeah, also.
Okay, then we're going to go back because someone got in the way. And here. Oops, she's going to get dizzy.
Oh. And I just changed from my clothes. Put it good, okay?
I hope we're not doing it over our stuff.
No, we're not. I hope not.
Okay.
She's gonna say, what? What are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. Oh, I wish I wasn't there.
You could even see the second hand moving. We are about to go to bed because it is extremely late.
Extremely
But
early in the
we're
morning.
not telling you to give us an A, although we would like it, but we were typing on the computer, and Finn is going to tell you the rest of that story.
No, Wendy is.
No.
No, Viki.
Well, okay, you can tell it.
No, you.
Well, we typed the whole report, which is 21 pages,
22.
22 pages,
With the bibliography.
plus the bibliography, plus the maps that we didn't add
Plus the
yet,
cover.
plus the cover. It was like about 25 pages.
I think it's
Now Finn will tell the story.
No, I think it's like 22 pages, but that's like, take off the cover, that's 21, and we're 3 people, so that's like 7 pages each. And we only had to do like 4 pages each, like on the answers. So that just shows like what dedicated students we are.
And it's double spaced as you wanted it. And also, I can't talk.
And it erased. When we were in the middle of it, we thought it erased.
It
We were all
erased.
scared and we started crying.
Yeah,
And
Wendy
we-
calmly said.
And then that's why we got that.
You may be
beautiful
cracking up
conclusion.
and thinking how stupid this video is, but you know, we're just having the best time. We are such united, lovely friends at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, and also, what was it?
Listen to her voice, the poor dedicated girl.
The conclusion was really, really
True.
well, true. Yeah,
It was
true.
really true from our hearts. Deep.
And we have
I
to
almost
whisper.
cried while
We have to whisper because Jenny's sleeping. Mrs. Groberg is sleeping. Mr. Groberg is sleeping.
And
Tom is
Emily's
sleeping.
sleeping.
And Emily is sleeping. And the only ones that are
And that is a picture of Viki and her sisters, just in case you were falling asleep.
How cute.
That's Viki, the second one up,
Why
and
would
that's
she
Emily,
wanna
Viki,
see?
Jenny, Sue, Gail, Jane, Marilyn, Liz, and Nancy. Well, I'm sure that you just really didn't want to know that. But then right above that is my grandma and her 9 sisters. You see, they had the exact same generation. Well, that's 50 years apart. Isn't that awesome? Anyways, here comes Wendy. Oh,
Hi.
she's really sick. She's been having
Don't tell.
some sicknesses, and she has had asthma, and she's had a sore throat and a stomach ache, and it's been very bad. She's been on strong medicine, and she fainted just while doing this video, so we hope that you really enjoy it.
Thank you. Don't I look very pale?
Well, we're going to bed.
No. Bye.
I say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I want to say
Have a
bye.
nice time. If you want to see it 2 times, shut up. If you want to see it 2 times, you can watch it 2 times.
But
If you
don't
wanna
show your
watch it-
husband, your kids.
If your husband is watching this, tell him that he can say que hambre.
If he wants to. This
And
is
this is Wendy in her
Viki's
pajamas. Nice to see you, Wendy.
This is Viki's living room.
My living room is a mess because it's almost 5 in the morning and we're making a big mess. There's our bike. Well, I'm sure that you're really getting tired of this, so I will turn it off. Goodbye. Thank you for being such an awesome teacher, but, you know, we're not chupas. Goodbye. Don't be a chupa. Well, anyways, we love you. Goodbye.